Good morning, everybody. It's Graham from Unearthed again, and another episode of Detecting Talk. You might see me looking like I'm shivering because I've just put this hoodie on because it's absolutely Baltic out there. It's like winter. Unbelievable. Last week, really warm, hot, sunny weather. This week, up here in the north, it's like February. Unbelievable. You watch next week, it'll be red hot again. So I can't work this weather out. A quick one before we start. A lot of you guys that watch this YouTube channel of ours are kind enough to purchase things off Unearthed, detecting accessories and metal detectors. I'm asking for how do I put it, a kind plea if some of you guys can leave some of the reviews or your reviews on our website. We seem to be selling a heck of a lot of metal detectors and accessories at the moment, but not a great deal of reviews coming back onto the website. So if you could spend 5 minutes and leave a review on the particular product or detector that you purchased, that would be very much appreciated. So it's a bit of a plea from me to you, if you can do that for us, and if you can, it'll be a big thank you from us at Unearthed. So I do appreciate it. Right, on to this Detecting Talk episode. Now, if you remember the last one, we did discuss talking about the next episode, which would be this one, about the future of detecting and what does the future of detecting hold. How do I personally see the future of detecting? And also I'm going to ask you guys for some input in how you think detecting is going to go in the next decade or more. What can you see coming in the future, guys? Please leave a comment in the threads below. Very much appreciated. Your input, as I always say, is extremely welcome. So how do you think personally the future of detecting is going to be? What's it going to be like in a decade's time? What's it going to be like in 2 decades time? Are we going to see leaps in technology where the potential of us searching for coins and artifacts is going to be, leapfrog to the next level, where we're actually going to be beamed images back onto a screen of what actually lies under the earth? Is that one possibility? Like a sonar, like an echo sounder, if that's the right word, where we get images of coins and other artifacts beamed back through our detectors onto a screen, so we decide then if we want to dig it or not. So you could get probably bits of ring pulls and cans and all sorts of other junk coming up on the screen that you would ignore, and you would cherry pick and dig the good images that, well, the potentially good images that are going to be beamed back onto the screen from your particular metal detector. Now, me personally, I think that would probably take quite a bit of fun out of detecting, because the half the fun of detecting is you don't know what you're going to dig. As soon as you put that trowel or you put that spade into the ground, it can be anything from a ring pull to a gold hammer if you're very, very lucky. So I mean, that sort of the side of the technology may take that fun side out of it, but there'll be a lot of people out there that would welcome such technology as that, which would save a lot of time and effort in digging rubbish. So let's see some of your comments, guys. Do you think that would be a plus or a minus to think about future technologies? Because it's going to end up going somewhere down that route, surely. I mean, there's already talk of other manufacturers trying it on now, which is a bit patchy to say the least, but it's early days. So it would be interesting to see how it develops, if it ever develops in the future. And obviously, leave a comment or two to think it's a good idea or a bad idea. Now, another thing is, this is me personally, certain land becomes tired. I mean, I'm of a belief that there's a heck of a lot of coins and artifacts still out there. Decades and decades and decades of finds still waiting out there to be found. Getting on the land to find it is another issue completely. But what if in the future, you start seeing things like seeded rallies, where empty farms that have been detected on over the years, the organisers start planting hammered coins, Roman artifacts, whatever it may be, for you guys to go out and find on the day, like a seeded rally. Now, it wouldn't be hidden from anybody. It would be an open and above board thing to do. Make it quite plain and simple for people to say, listen, you've got your chance of finding some hammered coins here that have maybe already been found in the past. You're not doing so well on your own permissions. Your own permissions are dry. There's not a lot left in some of these farms now. So would seeded rallies be a thing of the future? Now, me personally, I know already that it happens in other countries where they deliberately seed fields with certain finds for detectorists to go out there and obviously find. And there'll be some really choice coins and artifacts out there for people to uncover. But it's not like the real deal, is it? Let's face it. But could you see that happening? Me personally, it's not for me. Although, you know, would you embrace it if it ever happened in the future? I don't know, but it's certainly not for me. As a detectorist, I would feel not cheated because I would already know the rules and the information before I actually attended one of these seeded rallies, as we call them. Not seedy rallies, seeded rallies. Let's get that one straight right from the start. But you know, let's hear some of your comments, guys. If you think that would be something that the UK would hold in the future, seeded rallies. Who knows? You know, as fines become less and less, I guess, over the years, would that be a future side of the hobby that would take off? Who knows? Let's see your opinions, guys. I know a lot of you detectorists out there would just think, what a waste of time and effort. But there'll be some people out there, you can guarantee it, wouldn't mind paying a tenner or a 15 quid day ticket to go out and find some hammered coins, knowing they've already been planted there for them to find, but it would probably be worth their while in adding to their collection of hammered and Roman coins, etc. So let's hear some feedback, guys. Now the other one is the dreaded green waste. How are we going to have to detect and live alongside green waste? It pretty much looks like in the future we'll have to. I was talking to a guy yesterday who'd gained some new permission off a landowner, only to find that the whole place was covered top to bottom. Every field was covered in green waste. Now, you know, there was probably choice coins and artifacts and other bits and pieces on there to find, but it was just ruined because of the green waste. Could we see in the future this happening? And this is a question I'm going to pose to you guys to get some feedback from. Could we see in the future detectorists being asked to clean green waste from farms? How ludicrous does it sound? How far-fetched is it? Would it be a reality? Could you see it happening? I certainly can. This is only my opinion, by the way. I can certainly see a time coming where detectorists are actively cleaning up green waste from farmers' fields. Now, it would be a hell of an effort. Would you spend your time, all your time, in uncovering green waste just to clean that particular area or that particular field? It'd take a long time. It'd take a group of you, wouldn't it? You couldn't do it as an individual, filling buckets up full of the horrible stuff that comes out. For the environment, would you be asked to do it? Would detectorists be paid to do it in the future? Who knows? Once it becomes illegal and they want it off, how would they go about doing it? You know, it's all out there to be discussed, isn't it? It's the future of detecting. We've got to take into account green waste. There's no two ways about it. You know, many of my farms around here have been completely, well, when I say around here in the Cumbria area, have been completely ruined by green waste. I was talking to a farmer yesterday morning, Sunday morning, who works at his dad's farm, and he said, we don't see many detectorists on my land anymore, and it's because we put green waste on. We've put it in with our compost. I'm like, unbelievable, unbelievable. Words failed me. One thing to mention about that, and obviously we're talking about the future of detecting, and obviously the topic of green waste is coming up again, but one thing to remind you guys of, and one of the guys, do you know what, I really do apologise for not remembering his name, but on the last, if you look on the last film, under the comments, someone made a really valid point about green waste, and it's this: once green waste gets onto a farm and catches hold, that farm can never ever be an organic farm. So it might be worth just mentioning that out there when you're out detecting and you're meeting landowners or you're meeting whoever it might be and you're discussing the topic of green waste. Just remind people that once green waste gets a particular hold of a farm and it's spread on, that farm then can never ever become organic. And it's a valid point. I've missed that. You know, the people I've spoken to over the years about it, I never really thought about that one. So it's whoever it was I can't remember if it was Mark Williams, I can't remember. Anyway, really valid point, fantastic comment. and that's the sort of input we're looking for. So back to the main topic, the future of detecting. How do you see detecting going in the future? Seeded rallies I've discussed. Living with green waste. Detectorists cleaning green waste off farms. Can you imagine that? Green waste rallies. You know, the UK's first green waste rally, where all the detectorists know before they come they're going to have to dig all the green waste out and put it in buckets just to show what goes into the ground. Can you imagine it? World's first green waste organised dig, or metallic, I don't like using the word green waste, metallic waste organised dig. You just imagine it, Cap. Just imagine it happening. But you guys will have some of your own opinions out there of what the future of detecting holds. We've obviously talked about the technology side of it. You know, what would you welcome that sonar images being beamed back up through the search coil into the control box and, you know, onto a screen where it shows what is the shape and dimensions and maybe the proper image of the find that's underneath the ground. Have a think about what you think about the future of detecting. Do you think legislation will play a big part? It's worth thinking about again. But these are the topics that us detectorists love to talk about. You know, we can't stay hidden forever just thinking that we're just going to continue the way we're doing it and everything's going to be rosy in the garden and we're going to keep finding loads and loads of hammered coins and Roman coins and whatever else. You know, next decade, next couple of decades, what is it going to hold? It'd be very, very interesting to see. And it'd be very, very interesting for me personally to see what sort of opinions you guys come back with. So that is the future of detecting. Another one to comment on is the Unearthed draw. Again, I mentioned it last time that we have 2 detectors up for grabs. Brand spanking new detectors, full warranties, never been out the box. You can join the Unearthed Facebook group. You can see the details on there and you can buy a token directly off the website. Under accessories page 6, and that puts you into the draw, the live draw, and when all the tokens have gone we do a live draw and the winners are drawn, so it's your chance to win. You know, it's an opportunity for people that maybe not be able to afford these expensive-ish machines to get one for very little outlay. So continue to do that. There's still over half the tokens still left. Usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks to sell the whole lot of the tokens. And this one's no different. So good luck to you guys that are already in the draw. I'd love it if everybody won, but we can't have that situation. But there's going to be 2 winners. So let's hope it's one of you guys that are watching this channel. It'd be fantastic to think so. Next episode of Detecting Talk is this Friday, and it's all about speed. So watch out for that one. Speed in detecting. Too fast or too slow? Watch out for it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch up with you guys very, very soon. I can hear the rain battering on the roof, so I'm going to go out and get another soaking now, it looks like. If you're out and about this week detecting, good luck. And let's hope the weather improves. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.